This is my podcast now.
Oh.
It's my podcast now. I bought you guys out for $5 and a Pop-Tart. Welcome back to the Sunny Side Up podcast. My name, am I allowed to say my name? Previously, I was editor Paul. Come to reveal to you that's my fake name, my fake ID.
What?
It's me, Cooper BowlingAli.
What?
One, the only.
No.
Me and my alias bought out your podcast. It's my podcast now. Today I'm joined by 5 wonderful guests that totally did not previously own this company.
Totally.
Going top down, this dude named Alliico did not fight me. Actually offered me the company.
Wrong.
I made him pay me
you
more.
sold our company? What?
No.
Yeah, he sold it out.
No,
It's
hold
crazy.
on.
Sold it out.
Hold on.
Sold it out for
Hold on
$5 and a Pop-Tart. It's crazy.
No.
What
flavor,
it?
though?
What flavor? Yeah, what flavor?
It was the
Pop-Tart
strawberry
sundae.
one. If I even did it.
No, it was the
Frosted or no
Sunday
frosted?
one.
No.
Pause.
It was the strawberry
Crazy.
frosted one. If I did it. Now, I'm not saying I did do it, but if I did, it would be the strawberry frosted. But I didn't. So, like, that's not even, like, important. Move on.
Okay.
Listen, Alliico isn't the only guy that's here. I'm also joined by Jonni Jean,
Hi.
Juliberry,
What's poppin'?
Kitsage.
So excited to be a guest on this podcast. So excited.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're happy to have you, man. We're happy to have
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Give
thank
it up.
you.
Yeah.
And Nelson over there.
Heyo.
Man, I love Nelson.
Wait,
love this
new
guy.
nickname unlocked. I got a new
New
name
name.
on this podcast. Let's go. We throw out the old one.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
This is great. We're on a roll.
under new management means you guys get new names.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
What's
down
mine?
with that.
What's
Management
mine?
new names.
Yeah.
What's my new title? What's the podcast name?
Oh no, I'm keeping the
Upside Sunny.
podcast name. It already.
We've already established a brand. We've already established a brand.
Sunnyside
Sunnyside
down.
down.
Oh, we're sad now.
Yeah, you're sad now.
Dang it.
Okay,
Lord,
I'm
you
so
end.
sad.
turn that frown. Just kidding. Keep it there.
Just kidding. Leave it there.
So bad.
Oh man.
What's my new name? If we're
Your new
going
name?
through, like,
Your
yeah.
new name? Think we're gonna start calling you by your legal name, John Fortnite.
Oh,
okay.
did I just get doxxed on the air?
Yeah.
You just got leaked, GG.
Listen,
There's no
like
way.
full names really do bring out, the personalities, and it gives like a personality to the people, They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I know this guy. That's John Fortnite.
People knew me.
Hello, John Fortnite.
Yeah, like Alliico is like it's just okay. It's just okay.
What? Okay, now listen here, pal.
Damn.
All right, because like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
No rebuttal.
Yeah.
He's
Insightful.
stuck.
When he
No,
really said,
so
yeah, I felt that.
I have my rebuttal. All right. Listen closely. Listen well.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
And furthermore,
Okay.
Future me, put crickets in the put crickets
and
between those.
whatnot.
Well, does someone want to explain what's
Oh, my-
actually going on here?
So listen, I just want to preface and say, no, I did not buy out. I did not sell out.
He did. He sold out.
No, not true. Still not true. But look, all right. I and many of us were thinking, it'd be cool every once in a while to, like, spice things up on the podcast every once in a while. Bring some new faces, some new perspectives, see what they have to say, and see what we have to say about them. So here we are, our very first guest episode with the one and only person formerly known as Editor Paul Cooper BowlingAli.
Yay!
Yeah!
And the world
Yippee!
cheered.
Clapping.
The future me
And then
put in those
everyone
like
clapped.
children cheering from the FNAF game.
And then everyone clapped. Yeah!
Amazing. This is amazing.
This is great.
Truly amazing. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
And dang, guys, it's just good to be here with you all on this lovely Sunday. Who knows when we're gonna post this? But today is a lovely Sunday.
We have to post this on a Sunday now.
No, we
You have to post this on a Sunday now. I can't cut this one out.
We've dated the video. We have to post this on a Sunday now. Oh, I can't believe this.
My bad. You know what? I'll see myself
Put
out.
me on a timer, bro.
The future has been
Hold on,
predicted.
wait. Okay, it's okay. I can also do this as well. All right, I can fix this. Man, it's just really great to be with our beloved host and a brand new guest on this very nice, very wonderful Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday
True.
of nondescript month or date or year.
Here, bro thinks we're posting this in 2027.
Yeah,
No.
we're posting this 2043.
Look, see, now we've not dated the episode. We honestly could have recorded this back in like the Stone Age, and they just would not know. They wouldn't know. It's
I
just
mean-
like
They
a
got that
secret.
Creepy
Blade Runner
hair
2049.
Stone Age, bro.
We got Stone Age podcast, caveman podcast.
Stone Age podcast. That's what I'm rebranding.
Wow.
Oh goodness.
Rebrand.
Oh
Hon-
gosh.
Honestly, a caveman podcast could like go crazy. They're like, man, so I was like trying to like forage for berries and stuff, and like there were no
Berries?
more berries.
What the muffin, bro? I'm
And
right
they're like, there
here.
were no more
Berries?
berries.
I know
And
that
all
guy.
the other cavemen, they're just like, yeah, man, hate when that happens. When there's like no more berries.
No more berries.
No more
berries.
berries. Well,
Come
dang
in
guys,
and
I
they're
guess I
like,
gotta
"There's no
leave
more
the
berries?"
podcast.
No.
No. Bye guys.
Anyways,
Yeah, when we're
But-
low in supply, you're the first to go, unfortunately.
Oh.
Dang it!
When we make budget cuts, the bears.
Oh,
The bear
no.
has to
Foraging
go.
for berries, bro.
This is
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast for our beloved fans. We're coming here live from the Stone Age, and we have a special
Okay.
guest here. We have a special guest here that goes by the name of Grognuk from the tribe by the river that claims they have discovered something called, what is it, fire? Fire. Okay. So,
Here?
uh,
I was gonna say
Hot
berries.
I'm dead.
this is the
Yeah,
new,
so
this is the new
actually,
bit.
John,
Actually,
it's this
like,
thing. It's hot light.
did you just call
glows
me
and it's hot.
John?
Fortnite, comma
What's your
John.
name?
Fortnite.
That's your name. What, do you think I was kidding, John?
I don't like this bit anymore.
Okay.
But John,
I don't like
I've
this
had
bit
enough.
anymore. All right.
Oh my god.
Look.
Have you seen wait, have you seen those videos of the kids playing like they're like, hey, you wanna play tag? And they're like, sure, and then it goes, tag, you're it. Stop! I don't anymore. Funny. That's what that reminded me of. Anyways,
Yeah, that's what just
I'm mad.
happened.
Now, so this is a very special episode because we have our editor, our guest, Cooper BowlingAli here for one day only. You will never see Cooper again after this. And
Yeah,
if
something
you think you've
terrible's
seen
gonna happen to me.
Cooper, and if you think you've seen Cooper after this, I have bad news for you. That's not Cooper. So, to make the
Whoa.
most out of our time together,
My time is limited.
we have all prepared, a couple questions that we think would like relate to you
You're gonna
specifically. and
interrogate me and then
what you
execute
do.
me?
oh,
I
Yeah,
prefer
Alliico, you
the
kind of laid that out in a
term-
crazy way.
I prefer the term conversation.
You're gonna converse with me and then execute me?
No,
Whoa.
not executing. We don't use those kinds of words because they're hurtful. All right? You see, what you call interrogation and execution, I prefer to call conversation and confrontation. All right? So let's get to some nice conversation. We've all got a couple questions prepared. Does anyone want to go first?
And the
Hmm.
room went silent.
Not it.
Guys, somebody's gotta go. I can't be talking to myself.
I
Can't
can't.
answer my own
I
question.
have two questions. So I kind of have like a more like content creator question, I guess. And then I have just like a silly one, but I don't think
Oh,
it's
I
silly.
love
I think it's very serious. but it's
Okay,
kind
no,
of
I'll
silly.
take you seriously. No, no, no.
So-
I believe you. It's very serious.
So for the first question, so how about give yourself like a little like intro, like who are you? Let the people
Oh.
know
Oh,
before I get
you
into
wanna
it.
know that. Oh, okay. Let me think here. So I don't know how to explain myself.
I'm
I feel like
sorry.
I'm confessing. No,
This is actually
That's fine.
confessionals. I'm sorry.
Confessionals? Oh no, it's fine. I am man. I am a non-binary indie VTuber who makes funny pictures move for the internet.
Whoa.
All right, now
That's
before
cool.
you go any further, I just want you to know that anything you say can and will be used against you. Go on.
Oh, all right. That is not me. I am not a indie VTuber, not non-binary. Paul is actually my real name, first name editor, last name Paul.
All comma editor.
Paul, editor.
My editor.
No, I make streams and sometimes videos. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we will eventually.
Impressed.
Hmm. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. I'm just gonna say right now, I am not a VTuber myself. I know very little. And I'm so curious. What is like your favorite thing about being like a VTuber?
Ooh, that's a good one. There's a lot of, to me, a good there's a lot of like good things about being a VTuber. But one of my favorites is just the way that you can, present yourself as this design or this like character, I guess. What a lot of VTubers do is they design like a full character and that is their like whole thing. Like an example would be like an alien VTuber, her whole thing is that she was like exiled from her planet, and streaming is how she like gets support and gets back to her planet. And eventually, when they graduate, which is the term of like retiring from being a VTuber, her whole thing is that she finally gets to go home. So it's like a whole like other world thing, I guess. You know how some people like have.
Dang.
It's crazy. No, there's a lot to it, and not every VTuber is the same. Definitely not, because I definitely don't do all that. But it's cool.
Mhm.
But it's like a whole other world kind of thing, and it's super fun. It's super fun to tell people, oh, like instead of like, hi, welcome to the stream, it's welcome to Allie's Alley. Needs shoes, need a ball, and it's just easier to welcome people in whenever you're welcoming them into like a different like room, basically.
Dang. That's
Mhm.
so cool. 'Cause like there are as like a creator who's like not a VTuber, there are just it's like this whole like different world, and I feel like there's such like not a disconnect. I just don't really know much about like that scene, I guess. And I'm constantly trying to find new VTubers and stuff like that cuz I think it's so cool. Like I
It's
love
fun. It's fun, and seeing like other VTubers and like what they're doing is so much fun. I will say it has its pros and cons. VTubing is a lot of work. Unfortunately, it is not
yeah.
it is not easy. And I don't like saying that because that makes me be like, oh, I put so much work into my stuff, because I kind of don't, but I do. Yeah, you gotta have the model set up. You have your entire like other stream stuff. So like your game scenes, your chatting scenes, all that kind of stuff. On top of the tracking for the model, which a lot of people either have 3D models with like body tracking. There are people that go like 20 times beyond like just the facial tracking.
Mhm.
But to put it in the most basic sense possible, it's like an expensive face cam. But it's fun. It's fun.
It's
I
so
love
cool.
pressing buttons and making my little character move. And it's a
so sick.
blast.
Yeah.
Dang.
I love that.
Huge.
Anyone Alliico, do you have a question?
Oh, I've got a couple
Oh,
questions.
I have my silly
prepared.
one. Wait, Alliico, this is so
Oh.
important. And this is kind of a
All right,
question
all
for the entire room. Alliico, I'm
Sorry,
so
Joe.
sorry. I need to ask this now.
No, you're fine.
Guys, Sorry, guys. Do we all know what the Mandela effect is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Do we all believe in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
kinda.
possible, you know, just like forgetting
kinda
about
happens
things and
sometimes.
like you'll
Mhm.
remember things differently than how they actually were. I don't think it's like some people are like, "Oh, we're in an alternate timeline." I don't think like that, but like just like
Wait, you don't think we
sometimes
jump
you like
timelines?
I don't know. I've just seen some pictures. Have you got like the Berenstain?
Yes, that's
Oh,
real.
God.
That is real.
The
100%.
We're just
rose.
living in an
Alternate
AU,
timeline.
guys. We're just in an AU, guys. Don't worry about it.
Berenstain AU.
The parents.
It's God writing his own AO3 fanfiction.
No, I'm not ready to be in one.
oh no,
No, save me! Stop! Stop
What?
this madness! Dude,
No.
the Mandela effect freaks me out. Like the Fruit Loops one. Oh my god!
What's the
Yeah,
Fruit Loops
What's
one?
the Fruit
Wait,
Loops
hold
one?
Hold up, hold up,
the
hold
Fruit
up.
Loops one.
Fruit Loops Mandela effect.
Pick
Okay.
what's fake.
Let me go to the pictures. Okay, how do you remember Fruit Loops being spelt?
What do you mean?
Like fruit
How
it
and then
said, no?
loops.
Like,
And then
Fruit?
LOOPS, right?
Yeah,
Unless
fruit
they
just-
spelt it FROOT. Do they spell it like Fruit Loops?
Oh,
Yeah, did
is
they
it
spell it wrong, or did they
FROOT?
spell it?
What if
No, it's spelled normally, right?
What if I told you it's not spelled normally and it's it's
Yeah.
FROOTLOOPS? What
I
if I told you that?
Oh, it's not.
I
It's, wait,
literally-
is it actually?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold up.
I remember
I need an
that.
official.
Hold on. Let me
What?
send a
Oh my
pic.
god.
Let me
I
send a
remember this.
pic.
Let me just get this in
Copy,
here.
paste. Put that up
Wait,
on
I
the
just
screen.
looked this up.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
the second
Wait
one.
a minute.
It's not the first one.
okay, no. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
okay,
already
wait,
comprehended in my
But, like,
brain.
I swear
Guys,
that-
that's
I
not the
swear
energy I'm
only,
looking
like-
for. I'm looking for us to all have our minds blown right now. Can we just
Whoa!
pretend,
Oh my
please?
God.
Wait, my mind is blown.
My mind's blown too.
Because of
I
the
remember.
cereal. Because no one reads cereal, they read letters. So our
No, I
brain
did
wants to
not
put
read
in
cereal.
exactly.
I didn't read
remember.
cereal growing up. I just
I
ate it
remember
out of a
everything.
box.
I remember everything. It's my timeline. You guys are just living in it.
Oh.
All right, timeline traveler, put me back in the right one.
No.
There's so many
Because it's
that
the
freak
wrong
me
one.
out. There's so
Unrelated,
many.
alongside looking up Fruit Loops Mandela effect, I found new cereal. I've never seen this ever in my life, but apparently Target sells it. Choco Chimps.
What is that?
Chocolate
that
chips.
What?
cereal?
Choco
What
Chimps.
is that?
I
Oh.
don't know. I looked up Fruit Loops Mandela effect, and then it suggested me Fruit Loops and Choco Chimps.
They're trying to be Cocoa Puffs so bad. They're trying to be Cocoa Puffs
That
so
monkey is not
bad.
real. He's AI generated.
It looks
I'm
AI.
No.
I'm rocking with
Listen,
chocolate chips. I
Listen,
like this.
I watched
love
all
it.
the Planet of the Apes movies this weekend, and
Really?
this I did. Yeah, they're really good, actually. But this
Let me
monkey
tell
ain't it. No, you
Isn't
should
there a
watch
new
the other
one coming
ones.
out?
Yes, it's coming out next month. I'm actually so excited. I'm glad I watched all the other ones. I watched 2001 to the 2017 movies.
Wait, one came out in 2001.
It was directed by Tim Burton. It was directed by
I
Tim
wasn't
Burton.
even, bro. I wasn't even born in 2001.
I'm learning things. I'm learning things like today.
Wait, no, dude. Planet of the Apes dates back all the way to like 1968.
What?
What?
Yeah.
It's true.
So I guess
It's
me and
true.
Cooper are the
I've
only
seen,
ones with our
like-
minds blown about everything.
I've only
It's
seen
my
like
timeline.
maybe like I don't even know which one I've seen now. I feel like I'm wrong.
2001?
2001.
Bro,
And-
I
and-
wasn't
and
even in existence yet.
I wasn't even like
Wahlberg is in
thought
it.
of. What?
A young Mark Wahlberg is in it.
I was not
It's
even like
true.
conceptualized when they gave us this movie.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh. Let me find a picture
Oh.
of the
Crazy.
2001 version.
Clearly, I've been missing out. I should have been born in 2001.
Me too. Like what? I was born in 2003.
I was born in
Aw.
2000, actually.
Oh,
Look, there he is.
That's not real. Wait, what?
yeah. Planet of the Apes.
It's real.
What?
Why does
This
the
is
L
real.
look
A
like
Tim
that in the
Burton
logo?
film.
And Helma Bonham Carter is in it too. She plays
God, I love that woman.
the
This
ape.
is in the same search.
Look at that.
Oh,
Are these real pictures from this movie?
Shut up.
Yes.
They're
It's
from the
what?
movie.
yeah, this
They
happened.
are from this movie.
This happened.
Guy-
I
Guys.
just looked up like a production like thing of it.
It's a real
Guys, I
thing.
gotta go.
Paul Giamatti's in it too.
This
The
is not
ape
real. This
woman's
did not
not
happen.
real.
No, this
We
is
did
real.
not
Hurt
discover
you.
this.
The ape woman. Easy. Stop
Yeah.
sending these terrifying photos in the chat, please. These are not fun.
No, these are
Future
awesome.
editor, put like a jump scare warning before you put these in.
Boom.
You're scary.
The FNAF. Bro, these are scary. If I saw this when I was a baby, I'd cry.
This is practical effects right here, bro.
Oh my god.
And then the movies with Andy Serkis came out in 2011. And James Franco is in that one.
This is crazy. I've
Anyways.
just learned
Crazy.
so many
New
things in the last
discoveries.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you learn everything with me. You hang out with me, you'll learn something new. You want to learn the Star
This
Wars
is-
alphabet? I can teach you.
Oh,
Oh, you might hate me. I've never seen Star Wars
Ah.
like properly.
Ah,
I haven't
Ah.
either.
I haven't
bro,
either.
it's
I'm not
okay.
gonna
I'm
lie.
influencing everyone to watch them now. So,
Okay,
You're
I'm
next.
down.
you're next.
Oh,
we
Frank
gotta
and
watch them at
Promise.
some point. We gotta watch them. That'll be awesome.
I've watched them not like in passing, but like I just kind of like watched them without thinking about them that much.
yeah.
So, like I can't say that I've like seen them.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you a damn thing about it.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you could tell me something, but because it's just, Star Wars is everywhere.
I was just say maybe like
It
base
is, like,
knowledge.
everywhere.
Yeah, base knowledge, you could definitely tell me. But I'd be
Yeah.
all like, oh, who's this specific clone CT number? Name it now.
Oh,
They got
They have numbers.
name
Bro.
all. Name all stars. Name all the stars.
Name
Right now.
five.
Name all the
You like
Star
five
Wars?
Star Wars planets.
Name
You
Name
like
all the
Star
stars
Wars?
and all the wars.
Name every star.
Name all of the
Oh.
stars and all of the wars.
Name all of them.
All of them.
So, here I've got a question for you, Cooper.
Sorry,
All
Alec.
right. No, you're
Alright.
fine.
Derailed.
No, you're fine.
We've crashed the
It would-
train. We've
It
more
would
than
not
derailed.
be. It would not be a sunny side up episode if we don't derail every once in a while.
That's true.
Usually about
Mm.
some kind of movie. But
Film
anyways.
podcast.
film podcast. But so, Cooper, of course, like we've already kind of gotten out of the way. You're a VTuber. You do cool VTubing stuff. There was one
Yes.
particularly cool VTubing thing that you did just recently. You had not a debut, a re-debut. So
That's true. I did.
for the fans at home that may not know what a debut or a re-debut is, give us a bit of insight on that.
Okay. I love this. Okay. So a debut is probably about the same as a debut anywhere else. It's your first appearance as this character, as this actor. Like a lot of actors have debut appearances, like their first ever like role. So when you debut as a VTuber, you are basically it's the same pretense as like you're no, I was just right. As like an actor's debut role, except it's kind of less of a role because this is just who you're gonna be for like kind of ever until you decide not to be. So when you debut as a VTuber, this is your first time showing off your place, your model. A lot of the time people do debut presentations, which is like you guys know in like elementary school when your teacher would give you like a little presentation about themselves, and then you'd be like, "Yeah, that's great, teacher." That's basically what happened. That's basically what happens, and then they go, "Yeah, that's great." A re-debut is usually when something is significantly changed. So, for example, my re-debut was a new model, basically a completely new setup. Because my first time debuting was my first time ever like being a VTuber, being BowlingAli. So when I re-debuted, I had a better idea of what I was doing and like the process of it. So I felt a lot more confident in who I debuted as. And I will say, all of my models and everything turned out beautifully, and they're so colorful, and I love them.
Yeah, it was very cool to like be able to see all the stuff for your re-debut come together. I wasn't able to watch the full thing, but I did watch like a significant portion of it. There was
I
more
hope
that
you
I
at least saw the
was.
beginning.
No, I did. Pretty sure I did. But there was more of it that I was able to see than I wasn't able to see. And it was very cool seeing all that stuff together, and not and like it was cool also to have kind of a role to play in the
You
re-debut.
did.
It was cool
Did
to
have a
actually,
role.
yeah, for those that weren't aware, I did make a music track for Cooper's re-debut and
He
stuff like
did.
that
He made
on the
one of
Twitch
the
channel.
coolest tracks I've ever heard. Very Sonic-esque, but like in the best way. Like old Sonic games, and it was beautiful.
It
Oh,
was pretty
And I
cool.
play it every stream.
It was pretty cool. Not to toot my own horn, but it's just cool to like have been able to like contribute to that and have been a part of that. So I know about that portion of the process, and I mean like we know about the part that like the finished product, the things that everyone was able to see. But what I really want to know is what are some of the things that go into a debut or a re-debut or just being a VTuber in general that you think most people don't see or realize is a part of the
Ooh,
process?
okay. So a lot of I repeat myself a lot. I'm so sorry. A lot of the process is as much is as much. It's like a big group project. 99% of the time. Well, not even 99. I would say like, you know what? I'll even go as low as to say about half the time. It is generally like a big group project. Most of the time, you're spending time with other artists, musicians, people that do editing, people that do sound. You're buying equipment. It's a lot of it's I would say it's a lot more behind the scenes setup than people think, because most of the time it's facial tracking, funny movements, and that's kind of it. What you don't see most of the time is everything that goes on behind the scenes. VTuber models are very, very intricate. Every detail you see that moves on that screen, which is all of it, has been individually drawn and rigged to a facial tracker. VTube Studio is the big one. That also comes with practice using and toggling emotes, like emotions and stickers for your model. When you do like when you do modeling, v when you mm, when you use your camera, you also have to have a really good presence, like expression wise, because your model picks up on that. So if you're staring at your screen and you just look bored, your model's gonna look just about as bored as you are. Um, and it's the same thing with like face cam streamers, people that use their cameras. You can't just like stare at the screen and just kind of look bored. You have to make an expression. You have to be surprised. You have to smile big, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like I know some people here have or use cameras for their streams and stuff. So I'm sure that you get when I said like you have to like kind of show your expression
yeah.
more than you do not. Um Another thing behind the scenes that I personally really like is the commission process. I worked for basically since about a year ago this month for with the same model artist for 4 VTuber models in total, including like my big intricate one. It's a lot of design process, costume design, basically. Like I'm trying to make comparisons because I feel like the things I'm gonna say just don't make sense unless I have a comparison to tie it to. Uh, that's just how I am. I'm so sorry. But like it's like costume design. You have to make sure it shows off and that it looks good. It's eye catching. It's not when you VTube, it's like a Barbie. You can kind of be whoever you want. So getting to design the whole process and show it off is really fun. I commissioned a design for 3 different outfits in total, which was very fun to see and work with. I think VTubing is it's a big social thing, because without me having to reach out to people and talk to them about commissioning or talk to them about VTubing in general, what do they do that I'm not doing or stuff like that. Very big social sphere, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so cool.
It's
I
a lot of
love
fun. I love what I do.
Yeah,
I love
as you
your
should.
brand too. I love the whole bowling alley like vibe. I love that.
It's so like 80s roller rink, and I'm
Oh,
living
that
for
was
it.
yeah. The whole thing that started it was a design that I had because I was previously under like a different name and a different design, not as a VTuber, but just as a streamer in general.
Mhm.
And I kind of didn't like what I was doing, so when I rebranded and changed it, I was like, I want something that's like fun. And what's more fun than like funky patterns and like 80s music
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So real.
and bright colors.
I love the shapes and colors.
Yeah.
I love
Turn up
shapes
the
and colors.
saturation.
Turn up
Can
the
I get a-
saturation.
Can I get a quick shout out to Shapes and Colors?
Dude,
Shout out-
give it up
Big
for
shout
shapes and
out.
colors.
Yeah.
Colors.
Shapes and Colors.
Huge
Wait.
shapes and colors guy.
I have a question. I'm sorry, guys. My last one. I don't want to
Oh,
hog
go
up
ahead.
questions.
We're all good.
Do you actually like bowling?
Oh.
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay.
I did go through a very small, like in-person bowling phase. When COVID hit and they gave us Nintendo Switch Sports, I found out there was a ranking system, and I was one of the first, I think, like 500 people or something to hit the top rank, which was like A rank or something.
Yo.
So I think I have mastered.
That's a flex.
It is.
Mhm.
It's my weakest flex that I was the first 500 people in like 2022 or 3 or whatever to hit A rank in Switch Sports bowling.
Beautiful.
You truly are
Bowling
the
is fun.
bowling alley.
It's true. It's true.
Crazy.
Coming up with that name was hilarious too. It was the same thing as I wanted to use my name and not use what I was using before, which was not even kind of close to my name.
Yeah.
So it just kind of settled in nicely.
Felt that.
It's always nice when you get like a name to just like kind of like settle in. I know a lot of people that like use part of their name or sometimes even just their full name as like
Yeah.
part of their branding and stuff. And I always thought that
Mhm.
stuff was pretty cool, pretty neat.
Yeah, getting
just
to just
took a
use the
vowel.
name that you're recognized by just naturally is really cool.
Yes.
I totally
It's
took your
true.
nickname from you though, Alliico. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I too would like to be John from
I
Fortnite.
was gonna say
Yeah.
No.
Fortnite.
I'm John the Fortnite
Not his legal
streamer.
On
name.
Fortnite. Yeah, not the legal
His
name.
nickname.
That's a funny story. We can actually tell that. So, let's see. It was
olden days.
2022. It was 2022.
Yeah, ye olden
December.
days.
It was December of 2022. Closing out on Christmas. Cooper and I were both on a like Christmas themed Minecraft server. Just fun little thing for Christmas and stuff like that. So I was there chilling, doing my thing. I was live. I think Cooper was also live.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, you told me I think you had just recently started using like brand and like stuff like that.
Yeah, that was the first like big social thing because it's a Minecraft server. So Minecraft servers are always like that's where you meet the most people for some reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was basically my first time publicly using the name that I would be going by for the following 2 years.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm just doing my thing, and up until this point, before Cooper and I's paths had like properly crossed, up until this point, everyone would always call me Ali for short for Alliico. And, you know, that was fine. It was just like, that was just kind of like what most people would call me for short. I'd have some people like occasionally call me something else, but that was mainly what it was. So that's kind of what I was used to, just for short. So I'm just going through, doing my thing on the server, and seeing people mention someone named Ali in chat, which I found a little confusing because other than like maybe 2 people at that time, I didn't really know anybody on the server. So I'm just like, why? I was like, are they talking to me? And then I checked the list of the players that were on the server at the time, and I saw BowlingAli on there, and I was like, oh, they're probably talking about that person, whoever that is. So I even mentioned, there's a clip of it, because
There's a clip out there in the world.
Yeah, there's a clip out there. I don't know if I have it up like as a VOD on my channel or anything, but I know I have the recording of it somewhere, where I even mentioned like to my chat that like, oh, it's getting a bit confusing reading the in-game chat because there's this one person called BowlingAli, and it keeps
just like that too.
Yeah, and then like perfect clockwork, I keep walking for a little bit, I turn the corner, and sure enough, who do I see? None other than the Cooper BowlingAli.
Oh my god.
Blasting Kevin MacLeod royalty-free music over their mic for all to hear.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
My whole bit, the entire server, was that I didn't want to talk most of the time because it was also me meeting new people, basically. So I was like afraid to actually talk to people. So my way of getting around the talking to people thing was to just like whiz past them while they were live, and I made sure they were live too, so they would get clips. Of me walking by with like "Carefree" by Kevin MacLeod, and then they'd be like, what's going on? Who is that? And that's how I made my big name.
Yeah, that was how it went.
Kevin MacLeod guy.
Yeah, and one thing I always do, because I remember one thing I always do on like servers like that is if it's on a server where I don't really know a lot of people, or it's going to be a lot of people I'm meeting for the first time, I usually have some kind of like silly like icebreaker type question. Where I'll just go around and just be like, I've been a
victim of that.
Oh, you have. And this podcast would not be here without it. And but so the question for that server was, what side of the brownie did people like the most? Was it like the middle? Was it the edge or the corner?
I remember this.
Yeah, so I would just go around and I would ask a whole bunch of people this. It actually, I don't remember who it was. It came up because someone in chat mentioned it. So then I decided, all right, I'm going to use this question. This is going to be what I ask people on the server. So I had to do like this really long-winded, complicated way of getting Cooper to answer the question without actually saying anything. So I was like, okay, stand here if you like the middle, stand on this side if you like the corner, and like I'm like pointing all these different places for Cooper to stand. So then Cooper saying, I think Cooper picked the middle.
Mine was the middle. I'm like 99%.
Yeah, you picked the middle. You like immediately picked the middle too. Like as soon as I said stand here if you like the middle, boom, you were there. I didn't even have to say the other ones. And I was like, oh, all right then. I was like, I guess you like the middle. And I was like, all right, that was it. Have a nice day. And Cooper just kind of looked at me and walked off, continuing to play the music.
Have a nice day.
And I could hear it. Yeah, and I could hear it like just fade out into the distance with the proximity chat just going further away. And I was just like, wow, that was really interesting. And it would be like hours probably before I saw Cooper again. It would be hours after that I actually heard Cooper's voice for the first time.
I remember that day distinctly. I spent a good 4 hours just doing that through the entire Kevin MacLeod Spotify system.
Oh shit.
It was great. It was great. It was awesome.
And I would do that. I'd like sneaky snitch people in places they could not see me.
Yeah, it was great. And look at this now.
That's funny.
Were it not for this extremely odd and specific turn of events, we probably would not be here discussing it right now. How
No, it's true. There
strange.
was there's a little bit more, but I was the one at fault this time, so I know what happened. After I didn't want to talk to anybody verbally, I got over it and I started talking to people, and I think you told me you were about ready to like just end the stream.
Yeah, I was about ready to
So-
like end the stream because I had already been
Alliico was ready
going
to go.
for a little bit. I'd already been going for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and there wasn't really much going on. Like it was later at night, so most people were starting to like get off the server and stuff. And I was mostly just interested in
Not
going
me.
around meeting people, but
I was not done.
everyone was gone. So, Cooper.
So I was not done with the server. I was not done with my funnies, making my grand mark on the server.
Right.
So I was running around with some other people. These were people I'd like already known like previously. So we were all kind of just chilling, hanging out, and I spotted him from a vast distance. And I ran up to confront him for the second time. I was like, "Oh, this is a dude I know, or at least I've spoken to once before, compared to other people that I have not." So I ran up to him, and I don't remember what I said, but I like scooped him up with my friends, took him on a little adventure, and the rest is history.
Yeah, you did.
I made him follow me around for like another hour.
It's true. Yeah, you literally like extended the stream for me by like another like hour or so, because again, by that point I was already going for a couple hours and like not too much was going on. I was ready to get off, and then you like captured me.
Yeah,
I was
like,
taken
"Hey, you
away.
wanna come on this journey with us?"
I was taken away, and things were never the same.
Things were okay. Well, you didn't have to say it like that.
Yeah, there was
Just how
some.
fast the night
Night
changes.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
somebody
was.
make an edit of that really quick.
You get one of those edits going, but
Yeah, we need those going.
so that was because I don't think I ever saw your perspective of things, Cooper. Were you streaming? You were streaming, right?
I was live. I have it somewhere.
Okay,
I'll have to look, but
so-
I have it somewhere for sure.
So you were already like BowlingAli and stuff at that time. So like, did you have like a model and stuff already? Or, like-
No, that December was. I was supposed to actually debut earlier that year, October to November specifically, and it just didn't work out that way. So I debuted the following February.
Mhm.
So I was basically ready to go on debut, all except for I think my model and like one or two other things. But that was when I started experimenting with YouTube streaming, which I ended up not particularly liking. So all of my
Yeah.
footage is over there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so then my question is, because again, that was around the time where you started really going by BowlingAli and like putting the steps in to like actually become a VTuber. So my question to you is, what was it, if it was anything specific, that kind of like gave you that like moment where you're like, yeah, I want to be a VTuber? Was it just like a cool like clip you saw? Was it a specific VTuber that you were watching at the time you thought was really cool? What made you want to be a VTuber?
Actually, it was a friend of mine who was previously a VTuber. I'm not gonna throw names or anything, but a friend of mine was previously a VTuber shortly before me. And I thought that it was cool from the get-go, so I started experimenting before I was BowlingAli with PNG tubing, which is the same thing basically, just without the facial tracking. So you still have like a character and like a little talking model put together. It's like a lower effort kind of thing, but a lot of people use it now. So I saw them do that, and I was like, "This is really cool. Like that's really well done." And it just looks like a lot of fun to have this design. Because when you're using like a camera, you can't. I mean, you can, but I guess you can't incorporate that design as well or like that vibe. Because a lot of VTubers, it's like a style thing. It's like you've always like wanted to be like in a cartoon kind of. So like now you get to be, and it's cool.
Indeed.
So wanting to be a VTuber was from them, and that was also the time when VTubing started taking off. So I just started seeing more and more clips, and I was like, this is cool. I want to do this.
Yeah. It's interesting to me because like it's interesting because like I feel like with VTubers, a lot of, and especially a lot of like the more like, I don't want to use the word like mainstream, but like the ones that are like signed to like those larger VTubing
Like
brands.
VShojo and
Like
all
the
of those
VShojo and
companies.
stuff like that. Like you see with a lot of those that they're very like secretive about who the person behind the model is and things like that. And like if that person had any kind of like streaming or content creation history before that, it's always like completely off the grid.
It's gone.
And stuff like that. Like they like everything is just completely cleared out and everything.
Really?
So it's
Yes.
it's a whole like thing. It's
Dang.
mainly again, it's mainly with those like more mainstream ones that are signed to those like larger brands like VShojo and stuff like
It's a
that.
lot of signed model, like not models, but a lot of signed VTubers.
Mhm.
I don't actually know the proper reasoning, but a lot of the time it's for people that like just wanted to get a new start and were very fortunate enough to have very fortunate enough to have the company take interest in them before the company was massive, or they were indie and the company saw them and was like, this is cool, we want you on. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm saying.
and yeah, I think a lot of it might also be down to like, because again, like I feel like a lot of more like independent VTubers such as yourself are a bit more open that like, hey, this is, a character that I'm playing. And this is not like,
Yeah.
there is a person behind this model that has a life outside of this where they do completely different stuff. But like, I think another reason why they get rid of all that old content stuff is just to kind of like, because I feel like those more like branded, like signed VTubers are way more heavy on keeping that illusion that the model you're seeing is the person behind it.
Yes.
They are one and the same. It's not like, oh, it's this super huge VTuber, and then here's the person that's behind the model, and this is the actual person.
A lot of people don't like being known for like, and this is a very valid reason, but a lot of people don't like being known for who they are behind the camera versus who they are like what you're showing them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like a solid example, I don't know how many people know, but Jaden Animations spent a very long time not showing their
Yes.
face because they wanted people to like them for their videos and what they made, not because of who they were behind the animation. It's about the same thing, I would say. A lot of VTubers, like signed VTubers, I don't want to say corporate VTubers because that just sounds mean.
Yeah,
But
that like sounds a little
the
mean.
company signed VTubers. It's the same thing, kind of. But it's kind of the same thing as people like Vocaloid, Hatsune Miku, they don't like the people behind Miku that make all the animations and do that. They're known, but they're not like Miku's the face of it,
Yeah.
That is you show them Miku, but not all of the people that just did that entire animation for the concert,
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't particularly mind as much. I still like having the separation to a degree. So like, and I'm okay saying this, I don't care. But like I have a job in person. So in, Alley's Alley in the whole like BowlingAli thing, that is my job. So when I say I'm going to work or like I can't stream because, the alley was open late today, I'm at work. So it's a good kind of like immersive cover for when you can't do something or when, something happens and you're not live. It's a more
I
fun way of
see.
saying I can't stream because I don't want to, or because I'm busy. I can't stream because the bowling alley was open late. I can't stream because, a VTuber event A, B, and C.
Just asking how being a standard content creator is different from being a VTuber. Like, what are some of the differences you noticed
Yeah.
as someone that's done both?
So, I mean, it's not particularly different in the way of, like, being a creator, because I still stream, I still could make videos, edit, put those all together. It's just that extra personal touch of getting to put all of the 80s patterns and all of that versus just making a standard Minecraft video with an event or whatever. I get to add that little 80s neon light touch to it.
Yes.
It's because that's how VTubers are known more than who they are. They're known for their branding. They're known for, like the bright colors, the shapes, the whatever. Very similar to the way that Japanese idols are recognized, which is how some of this kind of started, because it was like VTubing started as like a Japanese like virtual idol thing. So just how they're recognized, sometimes it's just based on the color alone that make people think of that. Versus like when it's a creator, you're known for like a specific thing you do, a specific video, which is similar, but kind of not. It's more of you're known for your branding more than you are for the creator you are.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, that's branding.
Branding.
A quick shout out to
I know
branding.
so much about branding.
I love branding.
Me
Let's give
too.
a quick shout out
I
to
have fun
branding.
throwing colors on things and going, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
You see those great value blueberry bags in the Walmart aisle? That's me.
That's me.
You see those leaves out there in the garden? That's Kitsage.
Oh yeah. You see that? Yeah, that's Alliico. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
You got anything specific, Alliico?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Specific
I
you want
mean,
people to
like,
recognize you and go, that's Alliico?
I mean, I got my silly little goober. That little dude.
He's got like a spaceman goober and bucket hats.
Bucket
Do you see that
hat.
Among Us? Yeah, that's Alliico.
Not the Among Us.
That's all you're known for now, man. Sorry.
I've had so many people say that my
Oh my god, my heart dropped when that played, Julie.
I'm sorry.
Jump scare.
No, we'll have to put that in because I don't know if the soundboards catch on the recording.
I don't think so.
Editor Paul, you better stick this one in. But yeah, I don't know. I've had so many people say that my guy just looks like a little like Among Us crewmate. So much that I even made like an emote on my stream of it. But like,
That's who you are.
it's funny because it was never really meant to be like anything specific. It's just like a little dude. I thought it looked silly, but I think it's cool how like
silly.
I'm a big fan of him. I think it's cool how people have like all these different like interpretations of it. I think it's very neat, very cool.
Man, I just love too, because like even if you take all of us in this call, for example, we all have pretty different brands, if you will. If you want to like, and I think it's so cool and it's so fun to create too.
Yeah,
we got to have like a completely different thing from somebody else. And then you put them together and you're like, man, we are different, and that's so cool.
It's true. It's awesome. It's very cool. Just to see like all the different like vibes and aesthetics that like people have. It's always very cool. And then they come together and it's like super cool and stuff like that. It's always very
That's one of my favorite, I think, things about VTubing is how like a lot of them are pretty similar. Like a lot of like base ones, it's like you're a cat girl, you're a dog, whatever. But a lot of the ones that stand out the most, and to me personally, I see people being more successful with, are the ones that are completely different from each other. There's one. God, I don't remember the name. I don't remember her name. I'll put it in if I remember it. But her whole thing is that she's like a 1950s diner.
Yes.
So her model's based off of that, and it's so cool. And then there's somebody else that I saw recently that their whole thing is like the rubber is it rubber hose?
Yes,
like rubber
that's the one I
hose,
know.
30s, 20s, black and white all over the stream. It's so cool.
Pumpkin potion? I think that's
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
Pumpkin Potion. I love their streams.
So cool.
Julie, you would love their
Is this the
streams.
black and white cartoon?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I have one of their like compilation videos for like, end of the year, here's all the highlights. Like I have one of their videos
the
saved.
difference between
So funny.
models is so cool. It's so cool. One that I've been like always been a huge fan of was Big Nose Bug. She's so cool. Her whole thing is that she's like, this was recent, but like her lore expanded that she owns an entire theme park, and that the Big Nose Bug character is like just a mascot. So they have the model of like the bug character, and then they have the model of like the person under the mascot costume, like holding the head of Bug, and it's so cool. It's like your own little slice of like the world that you have just designed, and it's yours.
I love that.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
It's always really cool just seeing like the different like types of like branding and like types of characters that like VTubers can come up with. I think I saw one time that like, because like like how you mentioned, we've seen a lot of like ones that are like kind of like animal people or like people with animal parts and stuff like that.
That is the most common one, I would argue.
But the one that like I saw one that was like that, but it was like an animal that like is not one that you usually see. I think it was like an ant or something, and I thought that was funny.
Yeah, there's an ant one. There's a popular person. I don't remember their name, but they are now on VShojo, and their whole thing is that they are a cockroach. And their model's super cool. It's awesome.
So
like the
cool.
complete like differences you see between VTubers is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like watching different cartoons.
Yeah, it's always really cool. Let's see. Did I have any more questions on my list?
I actually ate them. Sorry.
Oh,
whoa.
My bad.
Yeah, no more questions.
Whoa.
No more questions from the press.
Well, I actually do have one more, and this one might be this might be the most important one. Might be the most important one you hear all night. All right.
Oh.
All right. All right. Would you rather fight 10 people-sized mice or 10 mouse-sized people? Also, all of the people are me.
Do you just want to fight? Is that what you're saying? Like, do you just like
Answer
you just want to fight?
I'm asking the questions here. Would you rather fight 10 people-sized mice or 10 mouse-sized people?
They're all Alliico.
And
they're all Alliico. I feel like I'd have an easier time like stomping out the mouse-sized yous.
Yeah. What if there was like? Well, what if I lied?
You-sized mice.
Yeah. Well, what if I lied and instead of there being 10 mouse-sized me's, there was like 1,000 of them? Does that change your answer at all?
1,000 mouse-sized yous.
Yeah, they're like the size of little mice, but there's like 1,000 of them.
And they're just like you?
And they're all me. And
have you ever heard of like a leaf blower?
I can picture that in my head right now.
Oh my god. Guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm really professional, but I gotta leave early. I gotta go.
Oh, now.
You get back here.
No! You'll never take me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or the 39 other yous.
I was gonna say the
You'll
1,000
never take me,
mice
or-
version of you.
You will never defeat me or my 999 bro. We will defeat
He's
you.
gone.
Nelly repeated it. My 999 You cut out, bro.
They got me.
It adds
They got
comedic
me.
effect. They
You
got
were
you.
blown away.
They got me. They took me away.
Can't
I was
believe it.
taken. I was
Editor,
gotten.
animate Alliico being blown off the screen for the rest of the episode.
But if it plays like the goofy, like
Yeah, I'll put
Oh.
that in too.
Put it in. Put it in.
I'm gonna forget about this when I go and edit it in like a day or two.
That's the best
Man,
part.
well, I mean, does anyone else have any questions for Cooper? Anything else they wanna say for?
I'm so sorry. I kind
Cooper?
of like yapped the
what's
entire
your
hour.
favorite
No.
Minecraft wood?
My favorite
Ooh.
Minecraft wood.
Yeah.
This says a lot about a
Um,
person.
This does say a lot about people. My favorite Minecraft wood is dark oak.
Okay,
Ooh.
Based.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
answer.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon?
No.
So-
wrong
Right.
podcast.
Bacon. Unlimited
Sorry,
bacon.
wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
Wrong podcast, for real.
Well,
I do
I
have
mean, oh, go ahead now.
I do have one. And I know it's
Go on.
talked about of how we all been asking you questions on how your things have been or how you set up and kind of like what you do now. But I do want to know, how would you like to be remembered?
Oh,
Am I dying?
Wow.
No, that is a super good
we're-
question.
We're
No,
taking you out
I-
after this.
Wait, my
I-
ears are
Hold
on.
on.
No.
Not in
Look.
the context of that, but more of like it's like you have now set up yourself with an image now. Like we know you as Super BowlingAli. You do have your VTuber, you do have your what you now have presented yourself. Like is that how you would like to be remembered, or is there like more of I would like to be remembered as Cooper?
W question.
Oh, okay.
now,
Yeah, this is a good one.
before I answer, I just want to clarify. All right, we will
Before
not be
you answer.
or before you answer, Cooper. I just want to clarify. Sorry. All right, we're not going to be executing you. We prefer the term confrontation.
Oh, it's over for me.
Now go on.
Oh, the longer I take to answer, the longer my minutes are.
Use them wisely.
You just thought
If I had to be remembered by anything, I think I want it to be. I think I would like to be remembered as somebody that made someone smile at some point, which sounds so corny, so painfully corny, but it's true. I
Like
want
corn.
if people go, you remember Koopa Bowling Alley after they were totally not executed by that one podcast.
Definitely didn't happen.
Definitely didn't happen. You guys remember Cooper Bowling Alley? Yeah, they were funny. They made me laugh at some point, and that I could be okay with that. I could quit what I'm doing right now and be okay with it, knowing that I entertained somebody.
Period.
That's
I
Real.
love that.
I appreciate that. I like that question. I like the
Big
response.
fan of that question. And
I was
that
gonna say that
answer.
was a
It's
great
very-
question,
that was
Nelly.
a
What
good
the
question.
heck?
That was a good question. It was
I'm
good.
sorry I came out of the
I'm
blue
kinda
with it.
shook
I
to
didn't.
my core
Dude,
right now.
Nelly like cooks so hard.
Well, Nelly comes out with the bangers.
Dude, get out the kitchen because Nelly's cooking.
Oh my
Well,
gosh, no. I'll burn
I
it.
guess.
I'll burn.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's anything else that anyone would like to ask or anyone wants to say to our guest Cooper, we could always end things right here.
Yeah. This is
We've
a good
gotten-
length.
This was a good length.
Mhm.
If we really want to, we could wrap things up right here and finish up our time here with Cooper. Does anyone else have anything they want to say though?
No. I feel like if I asked
Questions,
anyone
comments.
more, I have no concerns.
All right.
I
Well, there
think I'm
is.
chilling.
Well, there is one thing I would like to do, and I'd like to do this for every guest that we have. All right. You know, it's like we'll do like the little thing that like they do on Hot Ones, where it's like, all right, Cooper, this camera, that camera, and this camera, and that one. Tell us what you got going on. What's something that you got going on that you want the people to know about?
Something I got going on that I want the people to know about.
Just hype something up, promote something, a new video, a stream.
Actually, that's true. I will have a new video coming out within the next month.
Ooh, where can we find it?
You can find it on youtube.com/BowlingAli. You can find me anywhere under that name or VT because the internet hates me and somebody wants to be BowlingAli. I want to be BowlingAli. But they beat me to it in 2009. So
what?
Dang,
The
okay.
there are people
What
out
a
there that
freaking
like knew what was coming when I was in like kindergarten. And they beat me to it.
They saw it coming. They knew.
They saw the future. And they knew
knew.
that they had to beat me to it.
That's so Raven.
Oh,
That's so
see
Raven.
into
When
the
you
future.
gaze into the future,
Sure. Anywho,
Well,
life is a breeze.
well, hey, I think this was a marvelous guest episode. Our first guest episode
Yeah.
with an equally marvelous guest. Cooper, thank you for coming out
Thank you.
on the
Thank
Sunny
you
Thank you
Side
for
Up
having me.
podcast
Thank you for
tonight.
Snap.
inviting me.
I'm snapping.
Yeah.
I'm also snapping.
Poetry night.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. This is so fun. I love yapping. Thank you for letting me yap, and I'm also sorry. I'm also sorry to future me that
We
I still
love
listen to yap.
yaps.
All the yaps.
And you're fine. This was great. This was awesome.
This was
Big
epic.
I
fan of
love.
this.
Can't wait.
You know
for
what? I do want to
future.
say this. I love editing for this podcast. It has been nothing short of the most fun when I edit. I love just sitting down and I get to hear all of you guys talk, and it's so fun.
Yay!
And then I get to
We
put funny pictures on the
appreciate you.
screen. It's so fun.
It's awesome.
You're a part of the Sunny Side Up family.
Stop! I'll cry. I'll cry.
Sunny
Yeah.
side up nation.
True.
I
Rise up.
love Sunny Side Up.
Rise up
Yeah.
over easies.
Ooh.
Rise up.
Rise up over easies.
Straight
It's
up.
Over
Rise
easies.
up
Is that what
over
you call
easies.
them?
Egg.
Is that what
Yeah.
you call them?
Yeah, we call them.
Occasionally, we call them
Today
our sweet little egg baskets, but
Oh my god, see,
We
that's
have
what I'm
multiple
saying.
names.
My cute little
What?
egg, my
That's
sweet
so
little egg
cute.
basket. Yeah, but no, apparently not.
What?
No, we have multiple names. I
Alright,
just keep
can I
pushing
get
over
everyone-
easies because it
can I
sounds
get-
the worst.
Can I get everyone to say thank you, my sweet little egg baskets? And I'm gonna put that over every time you guys say something that isn't that.
oh,
My sweet little egg baskets.
That's so
Okay.
cute. Oh,
my god!
Oh.
The soundboards are going crazy this recording, dude.
You're dropping pipes on them? Oh, they're just eggs. They didn't do nothing.
Not the baskets, no.
Sorry, my
little-
sweet little egg baskets. What's it called?
Oh.
Yeah, my
My
sweet little egg baskets.
Oh,
My sweet little egg baskets. Sorry, I dropped a metal pipe.
That sounds
Right,
bad.
bro?
Picks up pipe,
Oh
throws it again.
no!
Oops,
Oh.
it slipped out of my hand.
All right, now
Oh
hear
no,
me
sorry
out.
guys, I just put
Dropped
lotion on my
it.
hands.
All right, now hear me out, gang. Hear me out. Hear me out. Baba,
Booey.